contract extension. We knew it was coming, but it was still a big one. You're talking about a 5-year, $265 million deal with $181 million of it guaranteed. I'll start with you, Stink. When you think about great quarterbacks, franchise quarterbacks, elite quarterbacks, whatever title you want to use, do you feel comfortable putting Brock Purdy in that group?
As a $50 million quarterback, one thing, and we talk about this all the time, Mike, when it comes to NFL contracts, they're fungible. You can move them around. Like I always look at that. The $181 million is what it is, but when you can move them around and you can manipulate them and you can renegotiate them, and like if you don't want to pay a guy, or if you want to claim salary cap, poverty, you can do that. But that just means you don't want to pay a guy. Brock Purdy, from the neck up, when it comes to understanding football and being able to make good decisions, quick decisions, Brock Purdy, to me, is elite. He's a great, great young quarterback. And I thought, statistically and everything else, even in a down year, Brock Purdy wasn't the issue. He really played well.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, that's just the price of doing business at the quarterback position these days. It's right around 50. And then you look at, okay, this guy's a young quarterback. He has a lot of leverage because he's going into his 4th year without a 5th-year option. What are you going to play the franchise tag game with him? Do you really want to do that, San Francisco? So Purdy had a lot of leverage. 49ers had a little bit of leverage. And the price to, get a quarterback deal done with a young quarterback is, $50 to $60 million, depending on the leverage. So you don't have to be an elite quarterback to get that type of contract anymore. You look at Tua, you look at Trevor Lawrence, you look at Jordan Love, guys that have never won anything, like nothing, are getting paid that type of money. So it's crazy. The NFL salary cap goes up and is going up a lot, but the quarterback contracts just keep skyrocketing. That's where most of the money goes. So whether you agree with it or not, that's just the price of doing business with the quarterback position in 2025.
Well, Purdy definitely has his critics and critics of this deal. And the thing that I hear the most is, well, all he is a product of the system that he plays in and the talent around him. And so, Stink, is that a fair criticism? And I guess when we try to define these quarterbacks, what do you have to see that separates a quarterback from simply being a product, a system quarterback, or a product of the people around him versus somebody who clearly just makes the system and makes everybody around him better? Because it seems like there's that defining line, and a lot of people feel that Brock Purdy's on the wrong side of that line.
I think that's because, Mike, the easiest thing in the world to see is athleticism and talent, right? We could see, hey, man, Anthony Richardson, wow, what an unbelievable talent. Look at him run. Look at him jump. Look at all the – can he play? No, he can't play. But, man, you could imagine if he could, right? It's like that scene from Billy Madison. That Veronica Vaughn is one. I know because – no, you didn't. Well, my friend – no, you didn't. Well, you could imagine. Ultimately, you can imagine him being really good, but he's not. And so I look at Brock Purdy.
What are you
Cecil
talking about?
Cecil Lammey does the movie drop.
Oh, is that what he was doing?
That's what he tried to do. Cecil makes it sound so effortless.
Oh no, Cecil's the king
of the quick little movie drop.
I don't know what Mark was doing. That was weird.
I've never heard Cecil do a movie drop. But Billy Madison.
Oh, he's good.
No, Cecil's a king. Sorry, Mark.
Well, when I started it, then it was, it
was a big fail. Big fail.
Piece of, all right. Anyhow, long story short, I'm sorry about the big fail. The long story short is, like, Brock Purdy, like, those people who have the loudest voices don't really know ultimately kind of what they're looking at. Like, when they're evaluating Brock Purdy, and you can sit there and say, well, he had a lot of talent. Well, you know who has a lot of talent around him? All quarterbacks who have success. They've got talent around them. And I think what separates Brock Purdy is his ability to make decisions, his ability to eliminate things right off the bat pre-snap and get to the right guy, and he becomes a weapon in that fashion. So, like, Brock is really good from the neck up. He's more athletic and more gifted athletically than people give him credit for, but he's an elite level decision maker. Maybe not an elite level athlete, but an elite level decision maker.
So, yeah, does the system help? Of course. Does the talent around you help? Of course. I mean, look at Peyton Manning. He had Brandon Stokley. I mean,
yeah.
Brock Purdy's got Christian McCaffrey, right? It certainly helps. And then if people just say it's all the system, I'd tell them Trey Lance. If it's so easy to do, well, then why couldn't Trey Lance do it at a higher level? I mean, it's amazing. It's all the system, though. Right? It's not the quarterback. Purdy's not any good. It's the system. Well, then if it's all the system and it's so easy, then why didn't Trey Lance? Why wasn't he able to do it? So it's so much more than the system. Coaching helps. The talent around you helps, certainly. But man, you still got to go out there and do it. And that's not an easy thing to do. So I think Purdy, to a lot of people, he gets kind of he doesn't get the recognition and the respect that he deserves for going out there and winning football games and getting the job done.
So with Purdy, you hear supporters say, hey, great from the neck up, sneaky, athletic, good arm, not a howitzer, but a good arm, better than you may think. Those are some of the characteristics I hear of Bo Nix. So, Stink, would you embrace the idea of leaning into a Bo Nix Brock Purdy comparison, or would you, I guess, try to aim a little higher when you're looking for a comp for Bo?
Well, I wouldn't try to necessarily – I would lean into it. I wouldn't try to necessarily look for a higher comp. I would say, like, if Bo Nix has the same kind of upside from the neck up that Brock Purdy does, that's a huge plus. I would say he's more gifted athletically, arm talent, and just ability to run than Brock Purdy. So, like, do I think Bo Nix has a chance to be an upper echelon quarterback? You damn right I do. Just like I think Brock Purdy is a top, in that stratosphere between number 5 and number 10 somewhere as far as the best quarterbacks in the National Football League.
All right, so Brock Purdy, top 10 quarterback. You agree with that stuff?
Well, I'm a little bit hurt, disappointed. I didn't get a laugh when I threw myself in there with Peyton and the Christian McCaffrey. I know Mark's a little bit bitter because we didn't laugh at his joke, or his movie quotes or whatever.
First off, Stogie,
but I thought I'd get something like, "Oh, I can't believe you went there," but I got
One,
okay.
you guys just try to be mean to me. You guys are ganging up. You guys have ganged up on me, and I get it. You're just being mean.
Yeah.
But I didn't laugh or giggle or chuckle about that because I thought it was a very apropos comparison.
Wow.
Like
Mark,
you are that you were that good. Like we used to watch you all the time and go,
I love you.
You know what? Hey, you know what? So you were. I can't tell you how many times back in my ESPN days I said, like, this matchup between New England and Indianapolis, who's your X factor? I said Brandon Stokley. Brandon Stokely's the X factor. He's the guy. He's sneaky athletic.
Find me the tape, or I don't believe it.
Sneaky athletic. The guy is just a matchup nightmare for your nickelback. I mean, I was all over it.
I love it. No, I think though. Looking at Purdy, Bo Nix comparison, I mean, we'll see how Purdy progresses here, but for me right now, I want more. Now you look and say, well, Purdy's been to a Super Bowl. He didn't win it, but I want more. I want, Drew Brees level out there, and I haven't seen that from Purdy, but so I would gamble on that thing and say I'm setting the bar a little bit higher right now than Brock Purdy.
Okay. Yeah, who would be your fair dream comp?
I just told you again. You weren't listening.
I
You hear
listened.
me, Mark?
He
Who did
just
I say,
said
Mark?
Drew Brees.
Yeah.
He said
No,
Drew
I'm
Brees.
talking. Okay.
No, you said
I'm talking about
dream. You said
All right,
dream.
all right, I'm sorry.
You
I
didn't
meant,
listen. Now you're backtracking.
I meant current quarterback. Current.
Okay, well, then say that.
Current.
Mike. Oh, my
I thought it was
goodness.
implied because we were talking about Bo Nix, Brock Purdy, current quarterback. I mean, if I get to go back in the Wayback Machine,
Oh,
I'd really
gosh.
like Bo Nix to be comp with Joe Montana. I mean, that's not the idea here. It's who's current.
Oh, my
If you don't want him to be comp with Brock Purdy current, give me one.
Just off the top of my head,
I'll
really
give you mine.
quickly.
Joe Burrow. Why can't he be Joe Burrow?
No, they're not.
All right,
no,
give
no.
your answer coming
I'm
up.
ready. I'm ready.
Well, hold it.
Oh,
Hold it.